First of all, I'm making great progress with my next book, which will be coming out this winter. Picked up a lot of illustrations, but there are always a few I can seek out. In fact, I may need a little help with one chapter. This is the one about Hamburg Road and the Rock at the intersection of Hamburg and 12th Street. I've been trying to get the best illustrations. I've been taking pictures myself, but if anyone has good high-res photos of the Rock, you can email it to me. It'll show up in the caption if you're watching this on a video. I'll spell this for you. GFLINN@IAVBBS.com. That's G as in George, F as in Frank, L-I, N as in Nancy, N as in Nancy, at IA, B as in Victor, B as in Bob, B as in Bob, S as in Sam.com. Okay, I got most of the chapters. I got 35 chapters in the new book. And of course, I'm still selling the first book that came out 6 years ago. It's in the back seat of my car. Remembering Flint, Michigan is the title of the first book, which is $19.99 for the cover price.
Only $19.95.
Only $19.95.
$19.99.
Oh, now $19.99.
Wow, forget it.
2000.
Yes. And the planned title of the next book is called Hidden History of Flint.
Yeah.
And I'll be reading a chapter from that book. And it was originally published in broadside and has been enhanced with some new material. And I call this piece When Marxism Came to Flint.
Hey.
Marxism.
Now that's Marxism as in Groucho, Harpo, Chico, Zeppo, and Gummo.
Yeah.
First, some explanation. Before radio and talking pictures became the prime sources of entertainment in the U.S. by 1930, the primary entertainment medium was a live variety show called vaudeville, in which itinerant performers traveled around the country to provide family entertainment in towns large and small, in theaters large and small. One of these acts who performed around the country during the 1910s were the Marx Brothers, who were originally a singing act which evolved into a musical comedy act. Flint's first theater to develop a vaudeville was the Bijou, which was located on East 1st Street between Harrison Street and Brush Alley. It was opened in 1905 by Colonel Walter S. Butterfield, who owned other vaudeville theaters around the state. While the Marx Brothers appeared in Flint a few times, I'll focus on 3 of their stops, beginning with their appearance at the Bijou from Sunday, February 2nd to Wednesday, February 3rd, 1913. The show they presented was a musical comedy, Mr. Green's Reception. The review for these performances was very positive. Quote, "It is generally conceded by those who have witnessed the Marx Brothers musical production at the Bijou during the first half of the week that they have spared neither effort nor expense in making their present season's musical comedy offering one of the smartest and brightest tabloids in vaudeville. The chorus of juveniles is really the best singing and dancing chorus to treat a local stage in a long time, and the return of the Marx Brothers in the similarly musical tabloid will be awaited with interest by Flint theatergoers." In another review during the same engagement, praise was given to Harpo, real name Arthur, who was called Artie in the following. As a harp soloist, Artie Marx instantly won the hearts of the Bijou audiences yesterday. His rag melody on the harp was truly a wonderful musical novelty. The Marx Brothers were managed by their mother, Minnie. They had an uncle, Minnie's brother, who was a top billed vaudeville performer, Al Sheehan of the comic duo Gallagher and Sheehan. They returned the following year at the Bijou on Thursday through Sunday, March 12th, 13th, and 14th, 1914, with a repeat presentation of Mr. Green's Reception, preceded by their earlier act, Fun in High School. High school spelled H-I-S-K-U-L-E. The way the acts were structured, Fun in High School, as the name implied, was a schoolroom act the Marxists started performing in 1910, and Mrs. Green's Reception was a 20-year reunion first staged in 1912. A review based on their previous engagement in Kalamazoo stated, quote, The show is nearly the same as last year, only it moves easier and many new songs have been added. The Marx Brothers are as amusing as ever, and there is not an attraction on the road that furnished a more gingery performance. The actual review of the issue stated, "There is a trace of a plot in the tabloid, which serves merely to hold the act together. The rest of it is all music and girls, with no partiality shown in either direction. The comedy is inclined to be at the slapstick variety at times, but for the most part, it is the provoker of plenty of laughs. The songs are new and catchy." They returned to Flint on Thursday through Sunday, September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 1915, at the larger Majestic Theater. The Majestic was built in 1883 as the music hall presenting operas and plays. After Warren Stone acquired it around 1894, it was renamed Stone's Opera House. It continued to offer operas and plays until 1913, when Colonel Butterfield leased it. After renovations, it was renamed the Majestic, offering vaudeville. The Marx Brothers show at the Majestic was home again. The Flint engagement was significant in that all 5 Marx Brothers appeared on stage in what is believed to be the only time. At that time, the act consisted of Groucho, Chico, Harpo, and Gummo. But in this engagement, 14-year-old Zeppo joined in to make it 5 Marx Brothers. Home Again was also significant in that during the Home Again tour, Harpo decided to stop talking. The script gave him just a small amount of dialogue, which he objected to. He also took personally a review in which his pantomime was praised, but his dialogue wasn't. So Harpo performed mute from that time onward. That reason is less entertaining than Groucho's reason, in which after a bad experience at a Coal Town theater in Illinois, in which they barely made it to the train to the next tour stop, that Harpo yelled, "Here's hoping your lousy theater burns down!" Then finding out the following morning that it did, so they decided it was too dangerous for Harpo to talk. The review of the Flint stop for Home Again was also glowing. At that time, they were still using their real names instead of the more familiar nicknames. Quote, "The 4 Marx Brothers, Julius, that's Groucho, Milton, that's Gummo, Leonard, that's Chico, Arthur, that's Harpo, who have on many previous occasions delighted Flint's patron of vaudeville, opened another 3-day engagement at the Majestic yesterday. For this occasion, however, there is a 5th Marx Brothers in the company Master Herbert Marx, that's Zeppo, a lad of about 14, who gives promise of becoming as much of a favorite as the rest of the family. Master Herbert added some 4 or 5 songs on the rest of the program last night in a manner which left no doubt as to his future. Home Again is the title of the new Marx vehicle, and from the greeting they received, when the audience recognized the old favorite of school days, it seemed just like a homecoming. Home Again is a musical comedy with the accent on the music. It is doubtful if a better singing company has ever been heard here in a production of this sort. There is more to the piece than vocal music too, for Leonard Marx offers some new stunts on the piano, while brother Arthur draws both music and laughter from his heart. Julius Marx still sings his German comedy song, Mr. Stein, while Milton has added countless dance steps to his already large collection. Every member of the family has some accomplishment which has mended to the success of the musical comedy, unquote. Gummo left the act to enter military service during World War I, and Zeppo replaced him. Their success had gone to their heads, which alienated vaudeville boss E.F. Albee, who blacklisted them. So they returned to the Broadway stage in 1924 and were very successful with their 3 Broadway shows. When the movies learned to talk, they were among the stage performers lured to Hollywood, where they made the film debut in the 1929 adaptation of the Broadway show, The Coconuts. As for the theaters they played in, the Beach was renovated a few times and renamed the Garden in 1915, which added movies. It dropped vaudeville and switched to talking movies using both Vitaphone and Movietone sound in 1929. The Garden was torn down in 1939 to make way for the new Garden Theater. It closed in 1957 and was torn down in 1966 to make way for Genesee Towers. The Majestic also added movies to go along with the stage shows. But as larger, grander theaters such as the Palace were built for vaudeville and motion pictures, the Majestic was reduced to presenting roadshow acts until it went dark in 1921. It was torn down on March 1923 to make way for the new home of the Flint Journal, which is today Michigan State University's College of Human Medicine. So, that's my piece for this month, and I thank you very much.